Hello friends, welcome to the new video. Today we will discuss 5 facts that prove the world is in a climate emergency. So let's start with fact number 1. There's more carbon dioxide in our atmosphere than at any time in human history. The Mauna Loa Observatory in Hawaii has been tracking Earth's atmospheric concentration of CO2 since the late 1950s. In 2022, the global average concentration it recorded was 417.06 parts per million, ppm. Pre-industrial levels were 278 ppm. Which means that humans are halfway to doubling the concentration of CO2 in the atmosphere compared to the period between 1750 and 1800. CO2 concentrations fluctuate with the seasons, while the speed at which they increase yearly is affected by human behavior. For example, the rising concentration of CO2 in the atmosphere slowed during the early stages of the pandemic when emissions fell, but then rose steeply in 2021 as the world reopened. The annual rise in emissions and atmospheric concentration of CO2 has since slowed down again. The global average CO2 concentration for 2023 is predicted to be 419.2 ppm. The last time Earth's atmosphere contained this much CO2 was more than 3 million years ago, when sea levels were several meters higher and trees grew at the South Pole. Fact number 2. We're accelerating down the path to exceeding 1.5 degrees Celsius of warming. In 2015, the nations behind the Paris Agreement set an ambitious target for keeping global warming below 1.5 degrees Celsius. The latest IPCC report spells out just how difficult it will be for the world to stay under that limit unless we drastically slash emissions now. The report models 5 different future emission scenarios, from very high emissions to very low emissions, and in each scenario global surfaces are expected to hit at least 1.5 degrees. Of the emission scenarios modeled, only the very low emission scenario estimates that the world would see less than 1.5 degrees of warming by the end of the 21st century. In that scenario, temperatures are likely to overshoot 1.5 degrees of warming between 2041 and 2060 before returning back down to 1.4 degrees of warming by the end of the century. This scenario would require the world to dramatically reduce its emissions with almost immediate effect. But the point at which the world first steps over the 1.5 degree threshold could be much sooner. According to the World Meteorological Association, there's a 66% chance that the annual average temperature will overshoot 1.5 degrees of warming for at least 1 year between 2023 and 2027. Indeed, the 1.5 degree limit has already been breached for shorter periods of weeks and months, in 2015, 2016, 2020, and 2023. July 2023 was the hottest month ever recorded, with temperatures breaking records on 4 consecutive days. Fact number 3. Sea levels are rising faster today than ever before. Melting ice sheets and glaciers and warming oceans lead to higher sea levels. Since 1900, sea levels have risen faster than in any preceding century in at least the past 3,000 years, and this is set to continue for a very long time. The process is also speeding up. Over the past 140 years, sea levels have risen worldwide by 21 to 24 centimeters. but roughly 10 centimeters of that rise has taken place since 1992. Because oceans take a long time to warm, a lot of sea level rise is already baked in. If warming is limited to 1.5 degrees Celsius, then the global mean sea level will rise between 2 and 3 meters over the next 2,000 years. If warming is limited to 2 degrees Celsius, global mean sea level will rise to between 2 and 6 meters above current levels. Fact number 4. Humans have already caused 1.1 degrees Celsius of warming. The latest IPCC report estimates that global surface temperatures are now 1.1 degrees Celsius warmer than they were between 1850 and 1900. Global surface temperatures have risen faster since 1970 than in any 50-year period over the past 2,000 years, and this has been particularly pronounced in recent years. From 2023 to 2027, the annual average temperature is predicted to range between 1.1 and 1.8 degrees Celsius higher than the 1850 to 1900 average. There is a 98% estimated likelihood that one of the years in this period will surpass 2016 as the hottest year on record. Global weather systems will be a factor in this. 2023 saw the beginning of an El Niño period, when sea temperatures get warmer in the central and eastern Pacific Ocean with the effect of raising temperatures worldwide and increasing the risk of extreme weather. But just in case there was any doubt, the IPCC's latest report makes it clear that the principal drivers of rising global temperatures are human-released greenhouse gases. Fact number 5. 2/3 of extreme weather events in the past 20 years were influenced by humans. The number of floods and instances of heavy rain have quadrupled since 1980 and doubled since 2004. Extreme temperatures, droughts, and wildfires have also more than doubled in the past 40 years. While no extreme weather event ever comes down to a single cause, climate scientists are increasingly exploring the human fingerprints on floods, heat waves, droughts, and storms. Carbon Brief, a UK-based website covering climate science, has gathered data from 400 studies on extreme event attribution, and has found that 71% of all extreme weather events studied in the past 20 years were made more likely or more severe by human-caused climate change, including 93% of extreme heat events. Thank you friends for watching this video. This is done for today. If you enjoyed the video then hit the like button and do subscribe the channel.